Just making sure everything's working. Testing. Just gonna give it a minute or two. Alright, so already clicking on this video, you know what this is. It's plain and simple, this is Absolver. And before I even start with the tour or even telling you anything about this game, well, actually, I take that back. I'm gonna start off by telling you a little bit about this game. And just so you know, this is completely unscripted. I'm just doing this straight out of the ass. So, Absolver, as you may or may not know, I have no clue, I'm just making this video. Absolver is a fighting game, but not just your good old beat 'em up like fucking, you know, Street Fighter or Naruto or anything like that. This game is completely different, as you can see. For one, it's open world, which is pretty neat. Except for when you run into that guy who's been playing since this game's in beta. See, then it's not too good. It's not a good time that way. But, yeah. It's pretty much an open world fighting game. But, what separates it from the rest of them, other than its amazing art style, like you can already see from here that this game had a lot of work put into it. But other than the art style, it has this. So, with most fighting games, you'd be able to choose different characters and, you know, they'd have their own set of moves, their own set of attacks, all that stuff, you know, yada yada, bullshit. But in this game, you get to make your own deck. Now see, this is my PvP deck. You know, I'll go and fight people with this. I mean, PvP, you know. You already know what it is. But then, see, that's cool. Alright, you know, you can make your own deck, yada yada. You got swords, war gloves. Those are pretty much the only two weapons you got in the game. But you want to know why I like this game? And you want to know why I play it so much? Well, this is what this video is all about. So, first off, I'm going to start off with the aesthetics. You know, the lore and the art style and the different moves that you can do. You know, looking away from all the stats and the attacks and all that stuff. So, as you start out playing Absolver, you start out over here. This little area. You drop down from that thing over there, the little ledge. And starting off, you're already shown what's in store. Like, you show up and there's this giant spire here, and there's a waterfall on the side with a bunch of buildings, so you already know there's a bunch of questions just fucking running through your head. Now, you must be thinking to yourself, so, oh yeah, I watched a bunch of people who played this game, and they said, yeah, it's beautiful, but it sucks. And it's like, yeah, they played it for like an hour. You can't judge a game just by playing it for a little bit. And you know what? Hey, who knows? Maybe they just don't like it, and maybe they actually did play it for a long time. Like, alright, yeah, cool, good for them. But this game, I personally like it. This game is amazing. It's got amazing views. It's got good lore as far as I can tell. And, but let me get back on topic. So, as I said, you start out jumping from that ledge that I was over at, you know, from over there. But you don't start out looking like me. That's for sure. I had to grind and fight and do all sorts of stuff for this outfit. And it's really light. Like, the max speed you could go is 30. And if you go and look in the bottom left where it says mobility, 27. It's pretty fucking fast. Now, since this game has a sort of weight system going on, you know, most of my stuff is pretty light and I don't have much protection. But that's okay. It's meant for my fighting style. But that aside, let me just tell you a bit about the lore about this game. I can't. Why can't I? It's that hidden. It's so hard to find. Like, you barely get any little clues. It just throws you in, and it's like, alright, you gotta kill all the dudes on this map. Like, you see those little circle mark thingies? They basically glow, you know, to show that, oh hey, you need to go kill this guy. And from what I can tell, is that this is some sort of alternate universe or limbo type ordeal, something like that. I can't even put my finger on it. It's confusing. But from what I can tell, there used to be like actual civilization here. Like, so you notice those buildings are in crumbles? I can tell that there was different civilizations, because like here, if you look at the names, you got Forest Dweller, Forest Caller, Orate Keeper, Fangly Noble. Kurat's is just, you know, there's one boss called Kurat's, but you know, you got the Erations, you got Fang Li again. You got the Karshi Nomads, the Essence Miners. There's so many different groups of people, and you're just sitting there like, what do I do with this? Well, most people from instinct, like, alright, yeah, I go beat the shit out of them. But with me, I actually want to know the lore. Like, I still haven't been told what goes on. But nonetheless, I'm still going to try my best with this tour, and I'm going to try not to postpone as much, because I am taking way longer than I should. So, you pretty much go here, and the little guy down there basically tells you, he's like, alright, you need to go kill the 6 marked ones. Hold on. This guy chill? You don't know who's chill in this game. A dude could walk up and beat the snot out of you. You wouldn't even know about it. Sorry, I got earbuds on, so I could hear his footsteps. It sounded like he was wrapping back around to beat my ass. But, yeah. So, let's start out where everybody else does. Over at the docks. Now, I'm just gonna let you know, there's no map, no quest line thing you could check off or anything like that. The game literally just throws you in, it's like, alright, good luck, have fun. And that's it. You run in completely blind. And most people are like, oh man, this sucks, I don't even have a map, this game's stupid. But I was like, oh, hell yeah. See, I love a challenge, you know, that's why I play Bloodborne and am yet to play Dark Souls. And that's why I like this game, because this game is a challenge and a half. You know, not quite so much anymore, because I have a lot of stuff, like, here, let me show you. Notice right in the words meditation, it has like a little 8 and a triangle, and it's all glowy and stuff. Well, I've hit prestige about maybe, let's see, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, I'm 5th prestige, pretty much. And, yeah, I've only been playing the game for a month. I'm already 5th prestige. And, oof. Well, of course things are going to be easy for me, but it's honestly not even about prestige either. That's another beautiful thing about this game. You could be literally any level you want, but if you have the right moves and a good move set, and you know how to get down your perfect attacks, which is another thing I'm going to talk about later, then you could beat anybody's ass. If you know how to play the game, you're good. You're set. It doesn't matter what level you are. You're just going to beat ass. Now, there's an exception for people whose triangles are silver, gold, or teal, which is pretty much platinum. Now, those dudes have been playing this game way longer than I have. Alright, way longer. They could easily beat the crap out of me. Well, actually, there's a few exceptions with silver, because some silver players are pretty shitty. And, as I said, it's the beauty of this game. But that aside, let me think about what else I could tell you about this wonderful game we got going here. See, we already got down the visuals, we already got down the outfits, we already got down the possible lore. You know what? I'm just gonna go around, see what happens, and if there's something I need to explain, I'll explain it. Alright, already explaining stuff. So these are called NPCs, and they're a bit ridiculous. Because they kind of like know your attacks. Now see, these NPCs are nothing. Because they're like, they're by the docks, they're low level. Because I mean, people start out there. Now, some NPCs, like the essence miners are ridiculous. Like, even for me, I'd still get my ass handed to me by the essence miners. Because with a good game like this, there's a downside. That downside is, no matter what level you are, if there's two people fighting you at once, and they're both hitting you at the same time, you can't do anything. Like, the only way out is if you pull a shard move. Which actually, speaking of, you see these little things on my hip? Those are my shards. It's basically like, the more you fight, the more your shards charge up, and then when they're fully charged, you could either pull an ability or pull out your sword. See, with this game, it has an honor code, so if you pull out your sword, it's pretty much just saying, alright, I'm pissed off, I just want to fucking kill you. Another cool thing about this game, a dude can have out a sword, and if you just know your attacks well, and you know his attacks well, you can beat his ass easy. Like, I can't even count how many times I've beaten up somebody so badly that they just drop their sword. And it's pretty cool, because they get really mad about it. Like, me and my brother would both get messages from just the saltiest boys. Okay. Now see, this is what I mean. I can't do much when there are three of you. See, they legit just won't even let me hit them. See, there you go. Now, since that's out the way, let me show you perfect attacks. So I actually need to go to meditation for this because I need somebody to beat up on. So, when I first got this game, and this is actually a pretty common complaint, people would say, oh, it's just button mashing, you just slam square the whole time. And it's like, alright, let me just show you how it looks when I slam square. And I'll even let you hear it. See, it's stupid. It's really slow. But notice how, while I was hitting, there's a little thing going across my stamina bar? Like, here, watch, I'll do it again. Saw that? The little gold thing? It's called a perfect attack. Now, if you time it right, with your perfect attacks, your attack, well, my attacks will look like this, since I have a very fast deck going on. Just watch. See, notice how at first it was pretty fast, but then it slowed down? That's because I haven't quite learned my deck yet. Because see, notice how there's different timing with each move. Like my body will flash gold at different times. See, that's just showing like when your character's body flashes gold, that's when you throw in that perfect attack. So when you hit, you know, square or even triangle again. Now I put on my slower moves in triangle. You know, so I don't accidentally click square. And it's like, oh, you did a slow move, now you're fucked. Because if you do a slow move, somebody parries it, they get to do their deck on you. And that's no bueno. But here, let me just try and get my full-on square deck going on all perfect attacks. There's just about no escaping that. See, notice I throw in like some like straight punches, like, oh, easy, just dodge to the left. Like, see, yeah, almost forgot to mention. I'm using the Drunken Fist, which if you haven't seen Jackie Chan movies, then you might not know what it means. Drunken Fist, or as they call it in game, stagger style, is mostly just confusing your opponent by throwing in attacks while also dodging. But Drunken Fist is also looking like you're going to attack one way and then attacking the other. It's all about just utter confusion. I mean, you're already confused when a guy looks like he's drunk and trying to fight you. Like, you know, unless you got your life straight, then you already know what to do with drunk people trying to fight you. But, yeah. With the game, there's different styles you could choose at the beginning. Drunken style is the one you get later on, when you meet a certain guy and you join his school. See, I want to flick my right stick and just show you what happens when I flick it to the right. You see, if you had thrown an attack, I would have dodged the right and gotten a hit on him. That's what I love about Drunken style. And it's like, oh hey, what if he throws a hit that you can't dodge to the right or the left? I'm like, alright, you do this. You flick it back. And that's, I mean, see, as I said, you know, you dodge while also getting a hit. And even better, even dodges have perfect attacks. Like, watch this. So you notice there's a little bar for it? So let me try throwing in a dodge and then a hit. See here, like a little gun noise? It means you're getting your perfect attacks in. You guys probably would have caught up on that. But here, let me try this. See that? That's so confusing and so fast. You would have been just donezo. Now, before I get out the combat deck, notice how all my moves have like pretty low damage. Like the highest damage my square moves go is like 90. Like 96. There. See, that's because when setting your moves, you have to sacrifice, you know, damage for speed or speed for damage. But I decided to go really light because I like being fast. That's just my deal. Plus, really slow damage dealing moves are just so easy to dodge. But some of you may be wondering, oh hey, what about the different styles? Yeah, there's different styles, but I'd have to join a whole nother school to get any other one. Like the only other one I have is Forsaken style, which is basically like you parry. You know, someone goes a hit, but no. Forsaken's actually pretty good if you manage to master it, because it's really hard to master. Because like, if you parry somebody's moves, they literally just sit there like you just fucking shut off their brain. But I prefer stagger style because it's a bit easier. Plus, I like really, I really like annoying people. So, with that out of the way, let me think of other stuff to tell you while I just explore. I mean, unless you guys just want to see the visuals, that's cool too. But I guess I'll just keep doing some commentary as I run around and show you around this place. pretty sure there's a name for this whole entire, just the map as a whole, but I'm pretty sure it's called just a doll. I have no clue. Ah yes, here we see a new boyo. Let's give him a hand, because we're nice that way. The NPCs are dickheads. I'm just gonna tell you that right now. Also, this game's free, so that means the servers aren't quite the best. So, hey, we got a comment. Coolio. But for a free game, I fucking love it. Alright, I don't know about anybody else. I don't know about any sort of game reviewers or anything, but I like it. I like it a lot. Is this guy following? Could have sworn to God I heard a second set of footsteps behind me. But also I'm a dirty butt slut for visuals. Like, look at that, bro. I'm sorry, I'll make sure this guy doesn't fucking jump me. Like, I know he's a low level, but it's really annoying having to fight somebody. I see, look at that detail. If you look over in the distance, like just to the right of my head, just barely, you see the little glowy thing over there? That's a save station. That's how far this game renders. Are you trying to fight me? Mate, I will kick your shit in. Fucking get out of here. Now, another thing that really makes people leave is the PvP. Because, like, people that, like, you know, just beat the game think they're the hottest shit. And like, oh yeah, I'll go do some PvP. You know, I feel like I'm pretty good. You know, I beat the NPCs that are actually kind of easy at times. And then they get their shit kicked in, and it's like, oh wow, this game's ridiculous, there's no balancing. And I'm like, you know what? Yeah, there really is no balancing. You could be level, like, 21, and then run into a guy who's, like, platinum prestige, just fully maxed out, you know, he's got a ridiculous fighting deck. And, you know, yeah, that's kind of ridiculous. But, I mean, what are you gonna do? Even when you lose, you still get rewards. So just stay there, maybe you learn a few moves, then you're good. I'm trying to think what else there is to say about this game, because I've been saying a lot. And I mean, like, a lot. You know what? I'm just gonna keep running around. Actually, I do have another thing to say. So, oh crap, I can't look at it here. I'd have to get to an altar. But, oh yeah, no microtransactions. Zero. Nada. None. And, that's another reason I love this game. You can't buy to win, period. You have to earn that. Probably another reason people don't like this game, because it's like, oh, I want to use my money to get stuff. Like, all right, yeah, cool, but literally all you're getting is aesthetics. Like, you can't buy moves, period. You can't get that anywhere. But there is one thing with this game that it has, and that is, I guess, a sort of loot crate kind of system. So notice down in the bottom left where it says crystals, and I have 3 of them. So when you hit prestige, you get a crystal every single time you level up. And that's pretty neat, because that means, let's see, the level cap is 60, and then you hit next prestige next time you level up. So that's 60. I leveled up 5 times, so that's about 300 crystals. I've gotten a lot. So, yeah. But what you can get from, there's Rift discs and then Rift coins. Rift coins you get every single time you hit 5 you know, attribute points. No, not attribute points. Okay. Every single time you win a PvP game and you do like perfect performance, you finish the game and you win, you get 3 little points out of 5 for getting a Rift Coin. And Rift Coins are honestly kind of useless. All they are is like clothes that you can sell for fragments, or salvage as they call it in this game. But the Rift Discs, that's what gets you the good stuff. The Rift Discs are how I got this mask, and how I got this mask. See, Rift Discs are pretty much mostly my outfit, except for the hood. I got that from grinding a certain boss. Oh yeah, speaking of bosses, this game has a sort of steal their look kind of deal going on. So if you fight a boss and you want their mask, you can literally just kill them until you get it out of a drop. See, that's a sword. Oh yeah, wondering what style they're using. That is wind style. It's basically just like you dodge and you just makes your fucking character sit there. I don't quite appreciate it. In fact, I don't appreciate that person, their fucking sword. Oh yeah, notice my shards are filled up, so I can pull out my sword. Now, notice that this sword looks really cool. It's sadly not the first one that you get. The first actual sword you get is, it looks like a little pirate sword. So, oh, also, another thing you do is when you hit level 50 in like your PvP level, or combat trials level it calls it, you get to make a school. And basically what a school does is you become a mentor, and anyone who joins your school gets the move set, the move deck actually, they call it, that you set for your school, along with any sort of weapon that you'd use. Like this is my weapon. So if I made a school, people would just get this. And they also get your little shard moves, like, because on the left on the D-pad I have a heal, and on the right I have a stun. It's just like the basic PvP stuff. But I might actually, you know what? I've actually been meaning to change my stun over to silence. Because what that does is that means people can't use their shards, so they can't heal. Because it's actually pretty cheap if you think about it. I mean them, not me. I have this weird honor code system. You know, try to keep things as pure as possible. Ah, here we go. Here's one of the bosses. So this is Jin Meska, the prime disciple of the golden bottle, which is basically just drunken technique. And see, perfect attacks even work on NPCs. Let me actually heal up. Oh yeah, when you're healing, the more you hit somebody, the more you heal. So notice that little noise? Your boy is healing up. That is a sword. That is a sword. And I don't like it. Like, I really don't appreciate that. Ah, beautiful. Oh yeah, I love this guy's sword. It's literally just a katana, which is actually also a sword you could get. But sadly, that sword costs a lot of shards to summon. Which basically means I'd have to beat the crap out of somebody to summon it, when with the sword that I have, I could beat the crap out of them less to summon it, you know, if I ever need to. But yeah. I think it's about time we head over to the essence mines, where the essence miners are at. Those fucking annoying people. Actually, I think it'll tell me dissipate the gate. No, it's not. Okay, so basically, when there's someone in the server that you're in, like each, notice these little tiles over here, these, every time you step on those, it's basically like a save and it's changing the server. So now I'm gonna meet new people over here. People that apparently fall from big heights. And I'm just gonna be a good Samaritan and save them. Okay, okay. This is no bueno. Oh, that's such a good move. That I did, of course. Bitch. See, these are the players. And they're pretty high levels. Also, notice that little coat thingy that guy's got on? That means he beat the game. As in, he beat the last boss. But I mean, then again, who didn't? Like, almost everybody beat this game. Like, it honestly takes about, like, a day or two. But, yeah. This is the Essence Mine. And basically, Essence is, like, shards, crystals, fragments, all of that. But the NPCs that are there are called Essence Miners. And basically, their mines have been overtaken by the pure raw power of all this essence and stuff. And they basically become protectors. Such good protectors that they literally, like, back when there was like a stable civilization and everything wasn't in shambles, people literally wouldn't invade the Tower of Vidal because of the sheer power of the Essence Miners and how skilled they were in combat. So there's a bit of history for you. In more like lore, but whatever. Now, I'm also gonna tell you guys a little bit about something you're also probably asking about. Hey, why does everybody wear a mask? Well, that's because everybody was sent here from like the normal plane of existence to become Absolvers. See, that's why they got that cloak. They're an Absolver now. You know, it's the Absolver cloak. And basically what these NPCs are people that fail to become Absolvers and just let their temptations take over. Rip him. And I actually have the Forest Dweller mask because I look really fucking good. Go ahead and help out this fella. Oof, that is some big lag. Ooh, Gucci. Alright, I'm just gonna go ahead and head over to the top of this place, and I think we'll be able to end the video there. But while I'm running up here, I'm gonna give my theory on what exactly all of this is. So, what I'm thinking this is this plane that we're in right now is a whole entire different dimension made by the gods. Well, in this game, they're basically these floaty, specter-looking thingies, which are also the reason that your mask, some masks, let me show you. Some masks have a little glow behind them. That's because the gods, they blessed your mask. You know, and that's why you can come here. It's sort of like a virtual reality kind of thing, except it's not virtual so much as an actual place. And I can imagine everything was peaceful at first, you know, everybody got along, there were different clans and such. But then there came the people that you have to fight alone in this game. And what I mean is, like, there's only certain bosses where it makes you, like, leave completely and fight them alone. And I feel like that's because they're key bosses, and the creators didn't want people just going in and ganking them. You know, they want it to be like a meaningful, actual, memorable fight. Now, the only three bosses that do that are Cadets, Ryzern, and the brother and sister over at the Bird Caller's outpost. And from what I've seen with the lore, Ryzern, who's actually all the way up here, is the one who started the whole, people are getting overcome by their desires and such. And then Cadets started, like, I wouldn't say possessing, but more like corrupting people. Like, he literally makes the NPCs that you fight in this game. Because, they were people sent here to become Absolvers, but then they were corrupted. And I think that's really all there is to this game. It's mostly just fighting and having a good time, and of course enjoying the visuals, because, oh, hot diggity damn, ain't them some visuals. Let me actually sell these boots, because I don't need them. Whoa, hello there, feller. How's it going? What? What? See, that's what I mean. People just want to randomly fight. You know what, buddy? For compensation. Are you kidding me? Alright. Let's do this. I fucking love battling people. Get fucked, youngin'. Have a good day. You could have that sword. If it's even there. And see, that's another thing I love about this game. People will come and fight you and they'll be dickheads, but no matter what, it's literally just gonna be 24/7, like, common courtesy, loyalty, being regal, shit like that. Like, before every battle, people legit just do the little fucking band bow thingy. And it's legit all good. Even when I've lost, I'm like, alright, you know what, that dude, he had the fucking chops to beat me. And see, that's the whole reason I made this video, to be honest. It wasn't about, glorifying, the people that made the game. And honestly, yeah, they did make a good game. I love it. But what this video is mostly about is to show that Absolver isn't just some game where you go in, you mash buttons, you die, you get angry at people, you lag. I mean, yeah, that happens and that sucks. But what this game's about is, one, learning discipline and, honor. Because, I mean, here, let me show you my combat deck again. See, I have all these really, pretty basic moves. It's like, yeah, because they're skillful. I'd rather win than look cool. I mean, yeah, I have some really cool moves going around. Like, I got, let me see what I got. I got this. What else do I got going on? I got all sorts of moves. I got this. I could literally jump out and elbow somebody if I wanted to. But I don't, because that would mess me up, because it's too slow. But what the game is, as I said, what it's about is, like, honor and just discipline. Like, oh, that sounds boring as shit. I'm like, no, it's not. It's actually fun when you get to it, because you meet some really cool people who are actually legit good people, and they're smart, because they managed to figure out the game. instead of just leaving instantly. Now, I'm not saying if you dip out of the game instantly, you're dumb. It's like, alright, yeah, cool. You know, you probably have your own reasons. But if you dip out of the game because you just, you know, you don't like losing, it's pretty dumb. It's arrogant, more like it. It's naive. If you're bad at a game, you play it until you get good at it. You know, it's sort of like a, you know, say, I don't remember being a kid, you know, they get in the tub and they have like a cut or something, and you didn't want to wet it because it hurt, but then you realize later on, you gotta wet the cut to where it could heal, and it hurts, but you'll know later that you won't have a cut anymore. That's what this game is, pretty much. It teaches you, you know, instead of trying to keep that cut out of the water, you put it in the water, and yeah, it's gonna hurt. You know, it's gonna burn, or it's gonna sting, or something like that. But eventually it'll heal. And then you'll overcome that cut. But see, there's the thing. You can't fucking overcome these NPCs. The NPCs are bullshit. They're fucking ridiculous. Like, you'd be walking by, and all of a sudden they want to slam jam witches. Like, no, go away. I'm trying to do a stream. Fuck your chicken strips. Grab this item real fast. But that aside, I'd honestly say if you want to play this game and you want to like enjoy it, you got to be ready to grind and play it for a while. You know, this game is like it's a baby, or it's a pet dog or something. You got to pay attention to it if you want it to sort of grow and become enjoyable. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's it. I think that's all I really got to say for this game. Now, why don't you guys accompany me for a Rift Disc and see what I get. And just make sure I don't have any items that I don't need. Wrong outfit. Okay. Let's open a Rift Disc, boyos. Hopefully we get something good. Hey! Not quite the best. In fact, that's nothing but salvage. Oh yeah. One last thing about this game. The drop chance with certain items are rare. Like, it's really hard to get some shit with this game. Now, I might honestly sell this sword because it's a no good. Whoa, sir, you need to back off. Alright, well, I'm gonna end it here, guys. I hope that you learned a little bit something new with Absolver. And if I left out anything, I'm sorry. I guess I just sort of got lost in this game because I really like it, if you couldn't tell already. But, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. And I hope you actually go and search up some videos on this game in a bit. You know, maybe you'll learn a bit more about it. Maybe some stuff that I did not tell you. So, yeah. Have a good day, night, evening, morning, whatever.